Please like and subscribe. Ren went over and lifted the curtain door. When he stepped inside, he was surprised to see Sister Xiaoyu sitting in their broken chair and sewing their clothes for them. When Xiaoyu saw him return, she smiled and said sorry that she had come in without his permission. She saw that his clothes were ripped, so she decided to sew them up for him. Next to them, Yan Liu Yuan reached out to get the porridge. This meal was considered luxurious, even in town. Usually, they only ate black bread or potatoes on a regular basis. But this time, Sister Xiaoyu made it for them. However, Ren Xiaosu slapped Yan Liu Yuan on the spot, forcing him to thank Sister Xiaoyu. Yan was still very obedient in front of Ren. He thanked Sister Xiaoyu, but Sister Xiaoyu said to Ren, "Don't keep hitting Yan." Ren explained to her that he can't spoil him, because no one will spoil him when he's outside. Sister Xiaoyu understand what he said and start to prepare something for him to eat. She asked them, "What usually they like to eat for dinner?" Ren said, "We usually don't eat dinner." She insisted that they eat. Both are still growing. For some reason, Ren suddenly felt that Sister Xiaoyu was supposed to be their elder sister. In the past, no one had ever told them that they were still growing. Ren was just standing there. Then she interrupted him and told him to take and eat his meal. We see both brothers enjoying their meals, and next to them, the clothes she sewed for them. Ren noticed it and compliment her sewing skill. Then ask her to come over and help us when our knife-wound clinic opens for business. Sister Xiaoyu was stunned, asking them, "Why do you suddenly want to open a clinic that specializes in knife wounds?" Ren just told her that she will know when the time comes. Time passed by and night falls. Yan in a deep sleep next Ren. Ren still awake, thinking about the medicinal herb formula for treating knife wounds. In the dead of night, Ren fell asleep and found himself inside the palace, checked his harvest thus far. 2 days ago, Xiaoyu, Yan Liu Yuan, and the 2 students had each earned him a gratitude token. All in all, he had collected 4 gratitude token coins. However, he had already used 1 and was left with 3 gratitude tokens. There was also a small bottle of ointment that could be used twice. Ren Xiaosu decided to name this ointment Black Medicine. It was simple and easy to remember. In Ren Xiaosu's opinion, he could exchange 1 gratitude token for a bottle of black medicine, and each bottle of black medicine could heal 3 people. In this way, exchanging 1 for 3 would always be a win-win situation. If he exchanged the gratitude tokens for black medicine and sold them, it might seem like it would slow down his progress in unlocking weapons. The next morning, Ren Xiaosu went out early. He did not carry the cauldron today and only took Yan Liu Yuan's bone knife with him. He did not go out into the wilderness today to hunt, but to pretend that he was going to pick some herbs. Ren Xiaosu was a very cautious person. Since he said that he had the secret recipe, he had to go through the process of gathering the herbs first. Only then would he not be suspected. Although Ren Xiaosu had never heard of anyone targeting the supernatural, Ren Xiaosu understood that if you wanted to protect yourself in a chaotic crowd, you had to pretend to be like everyone else. Someone who knew him asked, "Ren Xiaosu, why are you carrying so many weeds?" Ren Xiaosu stared and said, "This is a medicinal herb." The person who asked the question looked dumbfounded. As someone who grew up in town, how could he not know what these plants were? No one had ever used them as medicinal herbs in the past. Ren said mysteriously, "As long as you add them in different proportions, it can be brewed into a medicinal herb that can treat injuries." "How else do you think I recovered from my previous injuries?" The person who asked the question thought for a long time. Then he said to Ren, "Didn't you pull through due to sheer willpower?" Ren said angrily, "Get out of my face," and continued to collect herbs. After that, he went straight back to his hut. Ren set up the iron pot and started a fire. After adding some water, he pretended to brew the medicinal herbs. In the process of brewing medicine, the biggest cost was actually the water. Water was much more valuable than firewood and weeds. He even purposely lifted the curtain of his shack so that the people in town could see what he was doing. Quite a few people saw Ren brewing the medicine, but no one dared to step forward and ask him about it. Ren was unhappy. He had lifted the curtain so that people could ask him about it. That way, he could promote his medicinal herbs. After waiting for a long time, no one came forward to ask him about it. Ren pointed to the man who fought with him. Knowing that he's injured, the injured man started walking toward Ren. He looked behind him, sweat drop on his face, and the rest of the men just keep laughing at him. Ren put his hand on the man's shoulder, and with a dark expression, he urged him to ask about his new business. The man looked frightened and sweating, then asked Ren loudly, "What are you doing here?" With his motive achieved, Ren Xiaosu broke into a smile. He said with a kind look, "He's brewing a herbal concoction. He usually brew this type of medicinal herb concoction when he get injured. It not only reduces inflammation and stops pain, it can also make the wound heal faster. So he decided that he want to make the concoction and share it with everyone. From today onwards, he'll open a clinic that specializes in treating wounds." Then Ren asked them if anyone injured and in need of treatment. The people standing outside were stunned by the speech that Ren had just given. However, everyone just looked at one another before dispersing. No one believed him. And everyone in the entire neighborhood knows that you pulled through by enduring your injuries in the past. All of them just turned and left. Ren Xiaosu wasn't very happy about this. He had to make everyone learn of the medicine's effectiveness. It was very simple because he had personally tried it before. The moment the medicine was applied, the pain and burning sensation would disappear. Ren left with no other choice. He saw the man next to him with a cut on his hand. Ren was overjoyed. He asks the man, "Did you injure your hand while working? I have a special medicine here. Do you want some?" The skinny man looked at him warily as he felt that Ren's tone did not sound reputable. Ren went up and pressed the man down. In order to promote his black medicine, however, the man was still unwilling. After all, the black substance in Ren's hand looked problematic. Ren clenched his teeth. He'll just treat it as promotion. He'll treat you for free this time. After treating him, the man left running away, and we see Ren waving after successfully give him the black medicine. Coming back to the shako, Yan asked Ren if he really treats someone for free in the afternoon. Ren was very angry, but he really wanted to promote the black medicine. This was the biggest thing he could rely on to earn the gratitude of others. Moreover, this thing was also the core of his money-making plan for some time to come. The next morning, the stronghold's bell suddenly rang. It was as though it was reminding everyone that it was time to get to work at the factory. We see Ren just came out from the shack. Wang Fugui was already waiting at the entrance of the shack with a smile on his face. Ren told him that he haven't been out hunting sparrows lately. Wang asked Ren did he treat Ironhead's wound yesterday, the one who lives on the east side of town? Ren shook his head. He can't have a middleman earn the difference in price. Speaking of which, the town is only so big. Ren told him he can sell it himself. When Wang Fugui heard Ren say that, he was also taken aback. That's right. The town was only so big, so why would Ren ask him to sell it on his behalf? However, Wang Fugi added, "Then you can sell some of it to me." Ren sized up Wang Fugi. "Until him you're not injured, so what do you want this for?" Wang Fugi chuckled and said mysteriously, "You don't even know about this." Yesterday, when Taito went home, he felt something was amiss. He wanted to know what you applied on him, so he licked it gently to taste what it smelled like, to see what kind of medicinal herb it was. Ren wondered what the hell was wrong with that guy. He'd even licked it. Wang Fugi continued. In the end, he and his wife went at it all night, all the way until this morning. That medicine of yours is way too effective. Now he found out that the medicine had such an effect when it was taken orally. Ren gave it some thought before saying, "You get the special acquaintance discount, 600 yuan. Wang Fugi paid him and said to Ren, "Thanks for this." Gratitude received from Wang Fugui, Ren was speechless. He finally had 4 gratitude tokens again, although this gratitude token was earned a little differently from how Ren had expected. We see Wang next to some unknown individual wearing a suit. Apparently that they were the ones who sent Wang to buy the medicine,